Welcome to Season 3 of the Knack for Business podcast. Over 200 episodes strong, we're here to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit with fresh insights, networking gems, and creative strategies that elevate your game. Are you ready to discover what your Knack for Business truly is?
Today's topic is Say No to SEO, how to smash your competition and dramatically lower your customer acquisition costs. Your hosts are Bernie Francois from Creative Insight and Wayne Pratt from Motivate UA. Our guest today is Victor Stewart from Say No to SEO. Victor is the founder of Say No to SEO, and he has over 40 years' experience as a business owner navigating the ever-evolving market landscape. Recently, he uncovered the potential of a new strategy called Autosuggest optimization that has revolutionized customer acquisition. While he's worked with big names like Walmart, Best Buy, and Domino's, and Ace Hardware, his true passion lies in helping small to medium-sized local businesses not just only compete, but dominate their competition. With an average of 400% increase in sales for these clients, Victor's approach has proven to be life-changing. You can learn more by visiting his website and watching a short introductory video at saynotoseo.com. He's also married to his beautiful wife, Laura, and he has 5 kids and 14 grandkids. Victor, welcome.
Yes.
And what's your favorite quote and saying, sir?
Like Warren Buffett said, if you think being an entrepreneur is risky, try working for someone else for 40 years and living off Social Security.
So you've been in business for 40 years. What's the marketing landscape? What's happened in the landscape that's turned it on its head? Walk us through that space.
For a long time, at least since the advent of the internet, really, marketing has been done one of 3 basic ways, either SEO, pay-per-click, or social, right? And that's an SEO. And that's basically how it's been done for so long. And then when this came out, actually in November of 2022 is when things started to change. What happened then was Bing invested $10 billion into ChatGPT and OpenAI for the specific purpose of getting a bigger slice of the Google pie. And at first, Google didn't really pay too much attention until it started working. And think about that. Bing is owned by Microsoft, so they own corporate America. And things started changing dramatically quickly. And Google's response was to do more algorithm updates. Right? So what they used to do between 3 and 5 major algorithm updates a year, in February of 2023, when they saw what was happening, they've been doing 3 to 5 a week ever since then, which is a major problem if any business owner is spending money on pay-per-click. Number one, it's always been expensive, getting more expensive all the time. But now they're having major problems with just, even though you're paying for it, it's not showing up. Ads aren't showing up. It's intermittent at best. You try to get on the phone with Google customer support. Yeah, good luck. 3 hours later, somebody tells you, well, I don't know, it's the algorithm. So people are uptight because they're not getting the ROI they used to. It's one thing to invest that caliber of money when you're getting a good ROI, but when you're not, then it just does not make sense. SEO on the flip side, when AI came out, SEO traditionally has been the SEO companies would tell a business owner, okay, look, we're going to charge you every month and don't expect any results for at least 12 months. So you're paying for this service 9 to 12 months until you see any type of results. And even then you're hoping for one placement on the front page of the search page. And so what's happened since then is I came across a guy that I'd worked with in the past, and he showed me what we're talking about today. When he first showed me, I said, oh, come on, Carl, what did you do? It's got to be black hat. And how he answered me was he came out of beta and signed up Walmart right out of the gate. And that opened my eyes. And I said, oh, okay, this is different. Because I was in the roofing business the last 20 years doing the marketing for them. And when I sold my piece back, I came out and said, okay, Victor, what are you going to do? Are you going to be a marketer? And I thought, oh, heck no. Well, business owners know you get 10 to 12 calls a week probably from people trying to sell you SEO, pay-per-click, and websites and everything else, right? And I just thought, no, there's too many fish in the sea. They're all selling the same products, a different twist on products. But then when I saw this, I jumped on board. And this is the only product I have because it's so disruptive and so changing.
Victor,
Yes, sir.
for the just in case some of our audience doesn't know, of SEO is search engine optimization. And that's usually considered a black box that people pretend to explain more than explain. But can you tell me about Autosuggest instead?
So search engine optimization, there have been a lot of black hat techniques that Google has plugged into their algorithm to catch. And you don't know. That's the danger of being a business owner, is getting the right marketer on board with you. Because every niche, right? Every business has got liars, cheaters, and thieves in it, right? And trying to sift through that is why people have such a hard time. And so they are negative. They got a wall up and they got, gatekeepers there to prevent these people from even getting through for a reason, because you don't know who's trying to get to you. And the major difference, search engine optimization, the black hat side of it was doing all kinds of fake links and stuff before algorithm. Google's smart. They catch that stuff. And then all of a sudden your business is the one that suffers because of hiring the wrong marketer, right? The difference with auto suggest optimization is the search box that comes up when you first pull up Bing or Google or whatever. They have All search engines have invested millions of dollars into the search box optimization because people have a shorter and shorter attention span, right? They're getting flooded with information. They just want results quickly. And what the search box does is you start typing something, and the AI algorithm tries to predict what it is you are searching for and then deliver what does Google and Bing want to do besides make $100 million a day is they want to provide the most relevant search experience possible. And because the very first thing I get hit with is, oh, this has got to be against Google's terms and service and all this stuff. No, we've got plenty of proof of that. Believe me, when Walmart signed up, the very first thing they did was stick it in their IT department for 6 weeks, tearing it apart, because they're not going to put their name on something black hat, much less gray hat. And so, and when they came out of that, they said, look, first of all, we don't even want Google. All we want is Bing. Now think about that for a moment, because the other objection I get is, oh, Bing's nothing. They don't have most of the search results. Listen, I'm seeing some search results trend up on Bing tens of thousands of percent per month on certain keywords. I saw one the other day for an attorney in Florida. It was 340,000% per month. That's stupid, but that shows exactly what Bing is doing, right? And so what Autosuggest does, we actually take a client's, imagine this. Here's what I like to say. I tell people ambulance chasing attorneys put up billboards all over the city for one reason, right? Because they know you may not need it for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, but you drive by it every single day and it sticks. It's top of mind marketing, right? And imagine if you were able to have a billboard show up at the exact moment your potential client or customer is searching for your product or service. And that's what we do. We take a client's content and we condense it and we put their name on it and put it right in front of the search engine. So those spiders are looking for, as the search query comes up, they're looking for the best content. That's what our software does. And we're the only ones in the industry. We're about 3 years ahead of the curve. Unfortunately, we couldn't patent it. At some point, they will catch up. They're already trying to reverse engineer it, but they can't do it. It took my partner about 4 years to put it together, and it didn't completely come to fruition until AI blew up. And once Bing invested that $10 billion, that's what really put it on there. So Walmart comes out and says, look, we're going to give you one store, one keyword. If you can do what you say you can do, we're going to open up all 4,400 stores and multiple keywords per store, which happened about a year and a half ago. And so you can put in, anybody that's listening can put in pharmacy Minneapolis into Bing. So again, they didn't even buy Google, right? That's huge. And so they understand how big Bing is going to be. So in Bing, in the search box, you put in pharmacy Minneapolis anywhere in the world. And it's going to, before you even get done spelling Minneapolis, our store, Walmart, is going to populate at the top, right? So you've got all these search results, but the only one that's an actual company is Walmart. Now, Google's own numbers say that 85% of cell phone users and 71% of desktop users are clicking on that company, which makes sense, right? Because people are lazy. People just want to click on whatever. Oh, there's a company. Oh, they must be suggesting it for a reason, right? And when they click on it, that's when the magic happens. When they click on it, and you'll see it if you do it yourself, it pulls up a billboard page where they own 99% of the content. There's still going to be an ad thrown in there. That's, again, the reason I've been also asked, why wouldn't Bing and Google just smash you like the cockroach that you are, like Mr. Wonderful, like saying? And the reason is because we're helping them provide the content that they want to provide. Number one. Number two, they still pop an ad in there. But what we're seeing on Bing is the ads are at the bottom instead of at the top many times. But there's only one or two compared to the rest of the page. The entire organic section is populated with our clients' content. So the key is clients that are just starting out on a shoestring, they don't even have no marketing budget yet, they don't have any content. We're talking about social footprint, LinkedIn, Facebook, um, Instagram, all that. We're talking about Better Business Bureau. We're talking about press releases. We're talking about all the content. So somebody that's been in business longer and has built all this type of content is going to have quicker results. Now, can we help somebody on a shoestring? Yes, but many times they don't even have a really good website, because here's what I tell people. Our job is to get traffic to your site, right? But if your site is not a big old fat juicy worm on a hook, then and it won't convert to a lead, then we got an issue there, right? So I do have website people that can help with that. But people that have invested into their website and content, this thing explodes. Does that kind of answer that question?
It does.
Bing is the search engine. Let's say I'm on my phone and I have an Apple product and Safari pops up because that's native to that particular platform. How do I translate? Or I'm at my desktop, I'm using Firefox, and there's a few others that are out there that are not top of brand. And then there, of course, is Chrome. How do I end up searching, or how do I end up becoming top in that space? Are the links then designed to bring me to Bing first and then populate? How do you shape the results so someone goes into Bing and goes, type here, you get a better information?
Basically, Chrome is a browser. Your search engine is usually either you set it to Bing or Google. Now, for DuckDuckGo and all these other ones that have come out, we're not on there yet. We haven't been able to. We're still relatively new in the industry and new with this product. So we are in beta for those, number one. And number two is Amazon. Soon we're going to be able to do what we do on Bing and Google on Amazon. So that's going to explode the e-com industry as well.
Victor, just when we started to understand what SEO is, they're saying they can replace it. How is AI going to change SEO and possibly even create its demise?
SEO will always be there to a certain basic extent, because your website has to have, for example, we have another product in beta right now that's going to be a Google Maps Boost product, where we go in and show folks that, 49 miles square radius, 7 miles in 4 directions, they're showing up number one on the search results in the center, because that's where their brick and mortar business is. This is just a brick and mortar business product. But in all the other ones, they could be 20th, right? And there's red everywhere else, green right in the center. And that product's going to convert to where within 30 to 90 days, we can get them green in almost all of them. But the search engine optimization has got to be at least basically on the website, meaning that you have to have certain keywords built into your website. Not so much. Now, this takes an expert to do, because if you're building your own website, I can almost guarantee that it's not done correctly. And many website builders don't even do it correctly because they just want to get a website up. So it's really crucial to make sure that you have the correct keywords in the correct spots on the website, so that Google and Bing can find you and index you correctly, right? And so that part of SEO will never go away. It's the part where agencies are taking a year to build links and build back end stuff to slowly push the recognition of their website to the first page. And if you're lucky, after 2 years, you might be in the top spot in organic. The problem is you have twofold. Number one, the map pack always comes up on top of the organic section, and many people don't even go past the map pack. So what do you do about that? Hence our new product we're putting together for that. But even beyond that, and that's only good for brick and mortar. But with our billboard page, our Autosuggest optimization product, that presents an entire, so imagine people search for best attorney Denver, whatever. And then your business comes up right there and they click on it. And then the page comes up, we call it a billboard page, because your Bing My Places page, your Google My Business page, all your content is right there. And what that product also does is many times you own the entire map pack, whether it's brick and mortar or not. So I've seen it where you get the only position in the map pack, and I've seen it where you're in the top position in it. And so SEO basically will never go away, but the old antiquated way of using links and all that is going away with the dinosaurs.
This new way, this process, how much optimization, autosuggest, how much of a budget should they be looking at to engage you?
So we have two types of pricing tiers, and of course we can go over that. It depends on volume, basically, right? So if somebody has a local keyword, it's up to 5,000 searches a month, which most local keywords are, meaning it's got a city, state, or zip code attached to it. So it's best attorney Denver or DUI attorney Denver, for example. If now I've got clients that have national keywords are like ketogenic diet, for example, right? Ketogenic diet is getting 360,000 searches a month. I know because I have a client that has it. We have many major clients that aren't doing local keyword search, they're doing national, right? So then that depends, it's done on a per 1,000 search volume basis. And I'd have to do, that's part of my presentation to a client is taking them into our keyword tool. Incidentally, we don't use Google Keyword Planner or Bing's Keyword Planner or any of that because it's slightly biased, right? They're selling you the keyword. We also don't use all the SEO keyword products that are out there because they're very robust, but they're built for SEO. And so we use one product that is specifically for keywords, very accurate. And I'll go in and show them exactly, give me a list of your keywords. I'll go in and show them which keyword is presenting which type of volume, which makes sense on Bing and Google and YouTube. Incidentally, we also do YouTube as well. So we're getting clients that are saying, look, I've spent several $1,000s trying to get our videos up on YouTube over 2 or 3 years. I can't do it. And we put our product in place, and within 90 days, usually it pops up and all their videos are at the top. That's the same way. It's like a billboard, but it's your videos at the top. So the more videos, the better. More content, the better. The bottom line to that entire product is content.
At the end of the day, then when a client comes up to you and says, hi, I'm here, you provide them a tool. Do you also get involved? You know, like, do you review their website? Do you review their different social media platforms going, okay, stick the word here? Or is that a service you offer? Or is that something you say, listen, here are the parts, like a DIY yourself, and then have at her? Or are you integrating the whole thing? Or do you, gain
So
access to their website and then spiff it up?
So we never need access to a customer's website to be able to do what we do. There are some components that need, for example, the only Google Analytics used to track every click, every keyword out there. But last year they came out with Google G4 Analytics, and that stopped all Bing clicks, and all they show is Google properties and clicks and keywords. So now it's necessary. Now Bing came out with their own robust analytics product called Bing Webmaster Tool, very robust. And I tell my clients to make sure they put that their website person can put that on their website, and then put because I do video updates every month before the recurring and before the recurring charge to show them exactly what's going on. Incidentally, our pricing is breaking all the barriers too, because SEO, for example, you'll be paying every single month, even though you're not getting results. We take the first month upfront, we call a reservation fee, and then we take your keyword off the market. Incidentally, the keyword be specialized to you. It's specific to you. Tell you in writing, we're not going to sell it to your competition like Google and Bing does. So we take the first month upfront, we go to work. We do not charge you again until you populate. So it's performance pricing. That's huge. So Bing always populates first. It's usually about 30 to 60 days. We don't charge you until it populates. And then we wait when YouTube populates, then we start charging for YouTube. And then we wait when Google populates, then we start charging for that. In addition, we offer a 6-month money back guarantee. This is unheard of in the marketing industry. And what that means is if we can't do anything for you in the first 6 months, you get every dime of your reservation fee. That's unheard of in the industry.
One thing that I love our listeners to find are either the braggable success stories, sometimes with names, sometimes without names, and the hard lessons learned. Can you share those for us?
Yeah. So of course Walmart, but the very first thing I get hit with Walmart is, oh yeah, but they're super big. No, we've got, like I said like you said in the introduction, is my passion. We got those literally for proof, right? I don't go after multiple Walmart stores or anything else, because I'll tell you, after we proved what we could do and they opened all the stores to us, the next department they put us in was the let's beat them up on price department, right? So the margins are really thin on Walmart. We literally have them for proof. Our passion is the small to medium business owners that are trying to compete with the Walmarts and the big boxes of the world, and that have multi-million dollar marketing budgets, right? And you just, up until now with this product, it's impossible to compete. That I've got some attorneys that the average price per click is several $100s per click.
Wow.
That's ludicrous, right? I have one guy, perfect example. I've got a guy in Miami that, no, I'm sorry, this is New York City. He was spending 220 something dollars a click, $150,000 a month. And with us, he's spending about $1,500 a month per keyword. So it dramatically lowered his customer acquisition cost and gave him better exposure, because you know how pay-per-click works. Depending on how they put all the pay-per-click clients at the top. So you got five, even though you're at the top, you still got five or six competitors there screaming, pick me. No, wait, I'm better. Pick me. Whereas with our product, not only are you paying a fraction of the cost of pay-per-click, but you own the page. You have a billboard page there, right? So it's dramatic.
That's actually pretty incredible. I was going to actually have you walk us through paper click. I think you just did,
Just yeah.
and those dollars are significant.
So we have everything from mom and pop plumbing agencies to insurance companies. MetLife just signed with us for pet insurance. And we're going to other insurance companies and saying, look, all they wanted was pet insurance right now. We still have car insurance, health insurance, life insurance. So we've got huge clients like that. We've got a department set up just for that. But then my personal passion is smaller, because I've been a small or medium business owner for my entire career. And I understand the frustration of trying to compete with the big elephant in the room and not being able to, and having to give up. So I would rather go to the local hardware store where Walmart's coming in and say, look, if you want to compete with Walmart, you better get this now before Walmart gets it, right? Because you can actually own the page before Walmart shows up. You can actually own the page before Walmart shows up. That is ridiculous. And it's the only way to do it. So anything from the ideal client is a small to medium business owner that's had a website set up correctly. And if not, then to go back to that previous question, we can help them with content. We can do press releases. I have a website guy that can help them with their website, things like that. But as far as other things, setting up Bing Webmaster Tools on their website or Google Analytics, that has to be done by their website person. Social content, that has to be done by the business owner, right? And you can have help with it as far as banners and getting it set up correctly and all that. We don't do any of that. So if I've got a piano lady right now that does piano lessons and she had no content, I almost didn't want to sign her up, but she was insistent. And so I pointed her in the right direction, and she's already having great results. But there is homework involved for a client that is just starting out, but like attorneys and plumbers and the typical brick and mortars that have been around for years and have just organically built content, this is a no-brainer.
Do you foresee that there's going to be a shift away from the other search engines towards Bing? Like, because in the past, like by a Microsoft-based system, Explorer showed up, Bing showed up, everything, a whole bunch of different things showed up. Going, yeah, thank you so much. You can go away now. I'll carry on my own way. But do you feel that there's going to be a transition towards Bing because of all this?
Yeah, the proof of that, and my words are biased, obviously, but the proof of that is in the trending up of the keywords. When I show people what Bing is doing, like that attorney that had that particular keyword was trending up 340,000% per month. If something's trending up 50% per month, you're excited, right? Here's the other caveat to the pricing. Once you buy a keyword from us, you're locked in, grandfathered in, regardless of where that keyword goes and how much volume. Our pricing never changes. So it's super fair pricing. So I do not see Bing will never overtake Google. It's just too big. Are they taking a bigger slice out of Google's pie? Absolutely. Now, to your point, Microsoft owns Bing, and on all corporate America computers, you're not even allowed to go in and change any of that stuff. So Bing is your native search engine, right?
Yeah.
Are people going to? It's getting bigger every day.
Victor, two questions. One, how tech savvy does a customer of yours have to be to get the answers that you need? And second, is there 2 or 3 questions that they can get the answer to be able to equip them?
They don't have to be tech savvy at all. In fact, very few business owners are. They're focusing on running their business. That's why professionals are out there and why they're so frustrated, because there's so many liars, cheaters, and thieves, and you don't know where to invest your money and where's the ROI. And every single client I talk to has been burnt. Every one. That's why they're jaded, right? They've been burnt so many times. They're got their walls up right off the bat. But with about a 15-minute presentation, and I show them what we do, the light bulb goes on. You can see it. And they're just like, oh, this is different, right? And so they don't need to be tech savvy at all, but we do need to, and I give them the instructions on how to do it. It's really basic. For example, setting up Bing Webmaster Tools on their website, connecting it to it is simple. You just search Bing Webmaster Tools and it shows you ABC, and it'll glean the information from your Google My Business page. So it'll just bring all that information over. Now, here's a caveat. Here's something super important. When they originally set up their website, their business, their Google My Business page, all that, every single thing has to be identical. Even if it's 123 Dale Road, you can't have one say ROAD, and the other one RD period, for example. That's a red flag to Google right off the bat. So everything's got to be identical. Now, if somebody, there is some homework involved, because I had a roofer in Texas that, and my gosh, this guy had been at least 10 different websites and URLs and different stuff, and it was a convoluted mess. It took us a year to clean that up. And I got very involved because I wanted to help him. I genuinely wanted to help him. And so they don't need to be super tech savvy, but sometimes there is some homework involved. Even like I got an attorney in Fresno that is, all he had to do was get to his website guy and say, hey, hook up Bing Webmaster Tools to our website and put Victor's email address in there so that he gets a report every month. Because again, what I do is I do video updates every month. This is something else that you don't get in the industry. Usually you don't, maybe once a month you're getting a written report if you're lucky. With me, I do video updates and show them exactly what's going on. And then if I'm inside Bing Webmaster Tools and I get a report, then I show them the report as well. And that tracks exactly every single click, what the keyword was and what web page it landed on. So at that point, if they're not still getting leads, like I've got a gym in Los Angeles right now, that even though he wasn't getting leads. And I went into his Bing Webmaster, we're sending a ton of traffic. And I said, look, guy, you're getting a ton of traffic. So it's your website. We need to figure out how to make it convert. So what we do is we change from landing on their front page to their contact page, to their fill out a form page, and then put a little blurb in there, free first lesson or something like that, or free fitness, something like that. We give them a little worm on a hook, and it exploded. That was the difference. It was the conversion. But from a business owner standpoint, they're like, I'm not getting any leads. And let's face it, that's the bottom line. You don't care. You're not tech savvy. You don't care how the thing works. All you care is that it works and you get an ROI. Right. And so that's what we're getting better and better at showing. If we are sending traffic, then there's got to be a reason why you're not getting leads.
In the space of putting up a website, there are other platforms out there that help assemble it and have other things wrapped around it. Go High Level is a good example. You can either take a WordPress site, embed it in there, or start building it off using Go High Level. But that whole system, that whole platform has even your emails going out, or you're pushing out your LinkedIn posts or your Instagram posts or TikTok, or whatever tickles your boat and reaches your audience. Those keywords are embedded then in all these platforms. And this is something then that is fairly straightforward and simple for someone. They say, I meet with Victor. Victor says, hi, here's my targeted word or targeted word list. And then they just place it in strategic places in there, make sure it's consistent. Is that as straightforward as that? Just make sure you say if the words abracadabra, yeah, make sure that's in there in the story somewhere. So in good context. Is that how that would flow?
Yeah, there are AI website builders out there that are getting better all the time. I've yet to see one that properly searches keywords and places them perfectly. That typically still isn't going to happen, most probably. And it could be already. That's not my space. So I'm not super, super privy to it, but I've seen them. And typically at this point, it's taking someone to manually go in and make sure they're done correctly. So if a website's built professionally, the main ingredient that you want to make sure to ask them is, hey, look, are my keywords, and that's what I do. I work with my clients to find out which keywords are producing the most volume. That's all you want to focus on, right? Because many people will put in keywords that they think people are searching for, but that tool that I use shows exactly what people are searching for. And so the one keyword that does not work with our system is near me. And the reason is it's tied to the IP address, right? So if that search is coming from, let's say you get best dentist near me, somebody search, and you're in Atlanta, Georgia, and somebody searches that from Milwaukee, then you're going to get you're going to get people getting it from Milwaukee. So that part does not work in our system because of the way the algorithm's set up. However, it does work perfectly in our new maps, Google Maps Boost, still in beta, but coming out very soon. So from a pricing standpoint, I want to revisit that real quick. It can be as low as $450 per month per keyword on a local keyword, which is stupid cheap. That's the other thing I do in my presentation. I go and I say, look, your particular keyword has 2,400 searches per month. That's a great local keyword. But look, your price, your average cost per click. Now, average cost per click just means you're going to show up somewhere on the first page. If you want to be top of page, I mean, I did this in our roofing business all the time. In the middle of hail season, we were paying double that. So you can top of page is usually double, but even average cost per click is what I use because in all my pricing and all my presentations, very conservative. And I show them, I said, look, people are spending $25 per click or $35 per click times 2,400. Most small businesses are not investing their entire budget into one keyword, right? So they're only getting a fraction of that search volume. With us, for $450 a month, and it's anywhere from 450 to 650 for a local keyword, but as low as 450. And so for $450 a month, you're getting access to all 2,400 searches while your competition's out there spending their butts off trying to figure out how much of that volume they can afford. And people resonate with that. If you're a business owner using pay-per-click right now, that one just hit you.
One thing, everyone talks about analytics. More people talk about it than understand it. You develop analytics.
No. So we actually use analytics to show where our keyword is, how many clicks, how many impressions, and where that keyword is taking the click, what website is landing on. So we love analytics because it's proof that our product is working.
And it's easy to explain to the client.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I just did. And in fact, what I do when somebody adds me to their Bing Webmaster Tools or Google Analytics, I get that report every month. And in my video update, I show them exactly what the report says. This is black and white. So you're getting 530 impressions of that. You got 136 clicks and it's a click-through rate of 35%. And this is the website it landed on. It's very clear, very simple. And that's what business owners want. They want an ROI at first, of course, and they want just simple proof. Nothing I do takes hours and hours. In fact, my video updates are usually 5 minutes long. I take them through real quick, show them the report, show them the results, show proof basically. And that's it. And the presentation is only 15 minutes long. If you're a business owner out there, I know you're busy and I've condensed this thing. Very easy to explain. We're taking it out quite a bit right now in the podcast, but in a presentation with me, it's 15 minutes long. I use your exact keywords. I use your business and it's a light bulb moment.
The people who weren't the right customer, what are the keyword, what are the senses that you find out you've got the wrong guy for the wrong product and you wish him well and send him on his way?
The only one I would do that to, I almost did it to the piano lady because she had just started out and she had a terrible website. but I felt so sorry for them. Again, my passion is small to medium business owners that are trying to compete with, all they're trying to do is make a buck. We are the backbone of America, and we are trying to compete with these elephants, and it's impossible. They have multi-million dollar marketing budgets. And so with that lady, it was very hard. So I would say out there, if you have no website or you went to, I don't know, one of these website builders that's just easy cheesy and flips it together, we're going to have some work on our hands. And if you don't have any content, you don't have a social footprint, Facebook, LinkedIn, minimum. You don't have a Better Business Bureau standing. You don't have any of these types of things. Then I'd love to still give you the presentation and give you a clear path forward and not charge you anything until we get that foundation built, right? Once that foundation's built, we get press releases out, you get a social footprint, and these things are all indexed with the search engines. Now we can start driving traffic.
Over this period of time, what are the major marketing mistakes that some folks make when they're about to launch? Here I am, folks, buy from me. I've got a widget.
Yep.
I'm the widget king.
Yep. Doing a search and going to the flashiest SEO or marketing site. That's the quickest way to waste a lot of money. Or jumping in and getting a quick YouTube tutorial on how to do pay-per-click. You will absolutely drain your wallet. Or going to Facebook. Facebook's another one. Facebook, let me just give you a piece of gold nugget right here. Facebook marketing is outstanding if done correctly for the right niche. Okay. People do not want to see a roofer or an attorney or a dentist come up on their Facebook page. Now, things that will go viral are pet toys, cakes and cookies, things that you make. Things like that can go viral and be very good on Facebook. But other ones like brick and mortar businesses and things, people just scroll right through that. And I've seen people drain wallets over trying to think Facebook is going to be the silver bullet. And let me just say this. Our product isn't even a silver bullet. It is because it's taking out pay-per-click and SEO. But there's other things involved, right? Like I said, you need to have a website done correctly and you got to have good content. Now, even if you're sitting out there right now thinking, I don't have any of that, what do I do? Book a 15-minute consultation with me. It's only 15 minutes. And the one thing I will do is give you a clear path forward because I've got a lot of experience in this from shoestring just starting out all the way up to Walmart, and I can help.
You've already come across answering this, but I want to just hear another way. Are there certain sectors that are either much better or much worse for your product?
So if the ones I find that are the sweet spot are attorneys, dentists, dental dentists, huge, but plumbers and painters and all of that are just huge for us. If you can find search volume for your particular widget, and again, coming very soon is going to be Amazon. So if you got a widget you're selling on Amazon, then we're going to be able to even help with that. It's not there yet. We're in beta right now, but it's coming. We can help just about every business. If it's got search volume, let's face it, everybody searches for your business, right? And so if it's on the internet, it's got search volume, we can help. Now, if it doesn't have any search volume, okay, here's one caveat to that. I just thought of this. We do have a problem helping clients that are in very small communities, very small cities that don't want to expand out. Had, let's see, a drywall guy that wanted to do just Clearwater, Florida, and Clearwater is very small. He didn't even want to do into Tampa, which is right there. And because of that, the search volume was non-existent. If there's no search volume, two main ingredients to make this work: search volume and content. There was no search volume and I couldn't help it. There was just nothing there because he didn't want to go out. He didn't want to drive, right? Even to Tampa, which is right there. So I would say that would be about the only one I couldn't help.
You do a crystal ball moment here. And 5 years out, where do you think this is all heading?
Oh, I wish I had that crystal ball. I do know that AI is here to stay. I do know that SEO is on its way out. Now, the basic part of SEO, like I mentioned before, is still going to be there. You got to have the keywords that you're having people search for on your website so that the search engines can index you correctly. However, the component of sending traffic to the website is changing dramatically. And the search box and the Autosuggest is not going anywhere. They've invested millions of dollars, and think about how it works. It's helping people get that relevant content quicker. And people are, Their attention span is getting shorter every day because of how much content we get. I see in 5 years that Bing has a bigger slice of Google's pie. I see it as way more relevant. I still run into people today that have that. I call it the Wright brothers effect. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the Wright brothers invented the airplane, right? And everybody said, come on, man, if God wanted us to fly, he'd have gave us wings, right? They have that same attitude. Nothing new on the horizon. And everything is new on the horizon with this. But I don't see AI going anywhere. I see it getting better and stronger. And I don't see the search engine keyword search part of it going anywhere either, because that's how we find the information that we want.
Here's a question, Victor, that just occurred to me. You talk about plumbers, and so there's a whole bunch of tradespeople. Are they going to have to hire people to booking the call and getting the call and understanding the client because it is the way the phone rang and they wrote down a number on a piece of paper? Do they actually have to hire management to run their new business?
I have had companies that exploded. So we got a heating and air conditioning company in Arizona that has now expanded to California because of our product. And yes, they had to hire in all kinds of new clientele. So if you are a single chuck in a truck, basically, you're everything, you wear all the hats, then this product has the potential of sending you so much business that you can always tell. That's a great problem to have, right? And for the minimal amount that you're spending every month, it's really a no-brainer. You're probably spending more and getting less traffic now. But yeah, this is for people who want to scale. This is a no-brainer. For people who want to stay small in their little small town with 50,000 people, it may be too much traffic, or there might not be enough search volume to be able to help you. But yeah, I've had companies where they've had to hire phone people, appointment setters.
Victor, what areas does SEO service? Is it just continental North America? Is it
Oh, I'm so glad
worldwide?
you asked. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. So Q4 last year, we opened up in Canada, Australia, and the UK. In fact, one of my best clients, guy, second largest SEO agency in Canada, calls me up and he says, and you can run it yourself. You can look yourself. He's on Google and Bing now. He says, Victor, look, I'm in the business and I've been trying to get SEO Toronto to come up for 10 years. I'm in the business and I can't do it. If you can do that, you got me and all my clients. And his clients are Home Depot, 1-800-GOT-JUNK, some big shots, right? And so if you type into Bing or Google SEO Toronto, DIT Web Solutions will show up. And that is my client. And yes, it works in Canada, it works in the UK. I've got a 1-800-GOT-JUNK competitor in Australia. So yes, we have expanded, and what I got from incidentally, our IT department is in Phoenix, Arizona, everybody, not India or anywhere else where it's time zone changes and language problems and all that. All right. Here's another caveat. We actually got 3 ex-Google engineers, AI engineers from Google that we headhunted from Google. One's a 20-year veteran, and he came over, he signed an NDA, and he looked at what we had, and he left Google after 20 years to come to work for us. So that's the caliber of people and all they do every day is figure out how to get around these algorithms. And it's a nightmare because they're doing 3 to 5 a week now instead of 3 to 5 a year. And we have top caliber people in this. We've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this to where it is. And that's why we know we're the only company with it. Now, there are other companies out there trying to put up little websites and reverse engineer this, but it's not working. And it's going to take them years to catch up. Years.
So you got a unique value proposition and you got a fair bit of reach across North America. That's awesome. So the next question is, so how does someone dial you up and get a hold of Victor and get on board to Say No to SEO?
Yeah, that's great. So the easiest way is just go to sayno2seo.com. There's several little 3-minute videos on there that give you the 30,000 foot view of what we're doing. One's attorney specific. One talks about what we did for Walmart. One talks about what we did for YouTube, and one's kind of generic. It also has plenty of verbiage on there and how it works. And then my calendar link is on there. If you click any of the buttons that say set up a free discovery call, then you can click on that and set up around your schedule. And then our phone number is 888-772-1600. So you can also call that number. But the easiest way is just go take a taste on the website, see what we're doing. And I think you're going to see that it's different than anything else you've ever seen before.
Victor, thank you.
Thank you
And to
guys
my
for having me. I really appreciate it.
absolute pleasure. And to my co-host, Wayne Pratt, and you, the Knack for Business listeners. So a couple of things. The Calendly link will be in the show notes. So if you want to book time with Victor, there you go. If you're looking to optimize your connectivity and your salability to your client base, you have a path. And again, we appreciate what Victor has talked about today and shown us. To reach us, info at creativeinsight.com. That's info at creativeinsight.com, or creativeinsight.com is the website. Wayne, how can folks reach you, sir?
Best way is my website, motivateyou.ca, MOTIVE, the numeral 8, the letter U.ca, and my email is wayne@motivateyou.ca.
If you would like to be a guest on this podcast and share your knowledge, let us know. We would also appreciate your feedback on the content or format. Check the show notes for more details. For these podcasts, we like to acknowledge the support and thanks to the following people: Carl Richards from Podcast Solutions Made Simple, a renowned podcast expert; Fred Crouch, who is the Property Wizard podcaster, where Bernie is a co-host; Javan Strika from Hive, a coworking space that is more than just a space; then Melanie Weber, Bernie's invaluable business partner; and Wayne Pratt from Motivate You Inc., who serves as both a coach and co-host of these podcasts. Disclaimer: please note that the Knack for Business podcast episodes are meant solely for educational and general informational purposes. The information and opinions contained within are not intended to be professional advice on any subject matter. The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the participants are their own personal beliefs and do not represent the views of the podcast host or any affiliated organizations. It is important to note that this podcast is not a replacement for consulting with certified experts in your area who possess knowledge of your unique situation. The hosts of the podcast, along with any participants or affiliated groups, do not take responsibility for any actions taken or not taken based on the information presented in this episode. It is highly recommended that individuals seek guidance from their own personal advisors in fields such as accounting, law, or other pertinent areas prior to undertaking any actions or making decisions that may impact their financial, legal, or other aspects of life.